And that, my friends, is the ticket punch to the Sweet 16. What's going on, everyone? Post-game time, sponsored by Inline Lighting. We appreciate our sponsors, and we appreciate Patrick Greenfield for staying up late to join us. But you know what? He's always up late. He's always running the graphics. He's always getting the social flow going. And, well, it never stops 24/7. So, Patrick, we're going to break this thing down. Alabama getting the win. They're heading to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2004. Big win over Maryland, 96-77. What'd you think, my friend?
I enjoyed it. I think most of the people out there did too. There's a great debate about close games or blowouts for Alabama, namely when you're talking football. But man, that was probably one of the most fun basketball games I've seen in a long time. I think everybody was just enjoying the threes dropping, and you know what, they were talking about it on the broadcast, but how much fun the team has together. Like, everybody's got each other's back, especially I think everybody knows the Petty to Quinterly to Petty 3-pointer.
Yeah.
And Herb Jones is hitting them. Man, the coaches are going crazy. I think everybody just loves how much fun this Alabama team is.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And, you know, I think that there is and was a substantial difference than what we saw coming out of the gates against Iona. This was just a different team. You could just see that like glimmer in their eyes, that excitement. And you know, we got to start with Josh Primo making his return. I know earlier, you know, in the pregame, I was getting all the J's messed up, but Primo coming back obviously from the sprained MCL. He hadn't, I guess, practiced or was out since March 12th. Yeah, it's been a minute. So, you know,
yeah, that was pregame. Roger Hoover, the Tide play caller, he announced that on Twitter, so nobody knew that was going to happen. We knew he might play in the Sweet 16. It was looking like that, but him coming back today, you know, it's just another weapon that they had, and it's not like he went off. You know, I think Quinterly was obviously number one. John Petty had a lot of energy, number two. Herb Jones really wasn't, you know, he played all right, but I think everybody, it's a team game. This is a solid team. Looking forward to seeing them play some higher competition.
Well, and I think they really needed this kind of win. I think that being able to kind of come out and, you know, play so well, obviously from the arc, 16 3-pointers, and keep in mind they only hit 5 of those on Saturday against Iona. And, you know, 2 of those guys, John Petty and Shackelford, 1 of 5 from the perimeter, and those guys really stepped up big tonight. Alex Reese, another guy that really stepped up and had, you know, several shining moments. But to your point, I think that, you know, before the game, we didn't know that Primo was going to be back. That was something that you had pinpointed beforehand. We weren't sure if we were going to even see him in warmups. And there he is. He's out. And again, he only finished with 10 points. But I do think that, you know, as the freshman that can kind of come in and give that little spark, give that little boost, you know, made those pair of threes before the half. Certainly, I think kind of helped carry them into halftime. And, you know, the second half was all Alabama. I think there was, you know, a couple of moments that Maryland had a little bit of life in them in the second half. But let's be real. There wasn't ever a moment that I was sitting there like, ooh. Like,
there was the one dunk in the beginning. You know, after that, well, really, I think it was that Quinterly Petty play. And he hits the 3, they go off, they start draining them. You know, another fun thing about this team is, I mean, Alex Reese almost transferred. He was in the transfer portal last year, but they said that Nate Oats, it's not hard to recruit. People see what he's building. They're bringing in the number 1 point guard in the nation, J.D. Davison, next year. The people are going to want to play for a team where everybody's, 1, getting shots, and 2, having fun with each other. Like, what better situation could you have than that? So this is something that's here to last from Nate Oats, and I think, you know, Alabama fans could get used to this kind of program.
Yeah, definitely. A couple comments here. Kenneth Compton saying, talking the talk,
what you got?
Walking the walk. This team tonight, very dangerous, Miss Lauren. I could not agree more. Very dangerous.
There we go.
Mark Shane Jackson, a championship school, and
I like this one.
Even Charles Barkley's a Tide fan. Yeah, well, you know, he gave a roll Tide the other night. And of course, I think, you know, the Twitter sphere blew up there for a hot minute.
Yeah, I would say to the people on Facebook, if you want to tell us your game analysis, throw it in the comments. We'd like to see what everybody's thinking right now.
Yeah, definitely. David Reynolds says, love how they play on both ends of the court, how unselfish they are. They have fun and are a joy to watch. And, honestly, that is probably one of the biggest things that I've kind of seen in this new Nate Oats era, in his, 2 years here at Alabama. He's really kind of just turned the tide over and given this team this spark of energy, this life, this up-tempo feel. And, it's starting to pay off. We're starting to see that type of play from them. And obviously this year, that really, has come to the forefront, and we're seeing a personality with this team, a unique personality that is obviously hitting its peak, is, playing some of its best basketball. And
that's why Greg Byrne locked up Nate Oats with a big extension, because he knew, when you build a team like this, they had another graphic. This is like one of the biggest turnarounds in recent memory for a college basketball team. So when you lock up a coach like that, because that's when a Kentucky starts calling you. That's when I don't want to say UNC, blue bloods, but why can't Alabama be a blue blood? Why can't this be a team that is always like this? He also said he likes to share the football money with Nick Saban.
Hey, and I like this. You had Mark Jackson also saying threes were falling like old school NBA Jam. It's funny you say that, because my cousin brought that game up. That's like the old arcade game where when you drop the threes, I guess the flames come out of the basketball.
Ooh, shakalaka.
Yeah, so I love that. But yeah, so obviously big win for Alabama, 96-77, first Sweet 16 appearance since 2004 will be coming your way. They play on Sunday. They will play UCLA getting the win today over Abilene Christian, right? Abilene, is that right?
I can't say anything. I'm very bad at pronouncing.
Abilene.
Couldn't even say blue blood a second ago.
It's okay.
So, just to put it on there real fast, they will be in their first Sweet 16 since 2004. I watched UCLA in the first four. They look pretty good. I think Abilene Christian was probably a little overwhelmed after beating Texas. And UCLA was able to run. I think Alabama will probably be able to hang on UCLA. I think the big one will probably be Michigan, which was able to take care of LSU. I'm sure Alabama fans were happy about that, unless you love SEC. But Michigan is going to be the one. I feel like Michigan will make the Elite Eight, and Michigan's going to be that first really, really tough step for Alabama. So, but hey, if the team is playing like this, they can beat anybody.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a fun road ahead. I think this was the spark that they needed. Came out a little flat against Iona, not playing up to par, or at least what they hoped for. And as we wrap things up, we appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate our sponsor, Inline Lighting. And hey, Mark Jackson, we appreciate you watching over in the Netherlands, 4 a.m. Woo!
Oh, in the Netherlands?
Buddy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's kind of
Florida Park. There we go.
I'm with you. I'm with you there. Hey, I'm on the Eastern time zone. I've had some comments about the fish and the deer head I have back here in my office. It's actually my uncle's office, hanging out in Virginia. But it's been a lot of fun, and we'll check in with Michael Casagrande. He's there for the tournament. We'll get a feel from him this week how things are kind of shaping up, and what to expect moving forward. But obviously, we'll kind of be on. We'll put things on the shelf until I guess Sunday, and we'll figure out game times for that. We don't have a game time for that yet, do we, Patrick?
No, they've been kind of TBD. I mean, it's obviously in Indianapolis. They're changing venue every single game too. So I'm sure they'll probably come out later tonight after this last USC Kansas games kind of wins. Yeah. So stay tuned. We'll get all that for you, and we're gonna have stuff all week long. So thank you for watching.
It. Yes, thank you guys for watching. We will check in with you soon. And Patrick, good night.
Night, guys.